Hello everyone. For the first time, I have a go-to countdown build. We've been grinding a lot of builds on stream recently. We've been playing a lot of countdown. I put an SMG build together and I wanted to do something around the Firm Handshake gloves. They come with 15% status effects on a Sokolov, so they're good for SMG builds. And I thought, what can we do to put a decent kind of like status effect DPS build based around an SMG together? And we came up with something good and it's perfect for countdown. If you play countdown a lot, you'll know the hunters can be a little bit of a problem, and it's good to have some sort of crowd control to get them gone. So this does that very, very well. It also has maximum damage and some great team buff. So we're going to cover this build in today's video, show you some clips and show you the build in full as well. If you enjoyed today's video, please do hit like and share to support it. Subscribe for more content from myself. A huge shout out to all the people that support these videos. I really appreciate it. But we also have a fantastic community as well. If you're not a part of that, come and check it out once you're done with the video. It's linked at the top of the video description. That post was good then.
The hunter on my left side.
Oh, yeah.
So you've just seen some clips of how well this build works, and it's not just for countdown. It works great in countdown, but also it can work outside on heroic missions. I've tried it on legendary missions as well. It's worked quite well. I would drop the Scorpio for like a rifle on legendary though, just have a bit of range. But yeah, it's a fantastic build. I've really enjoyed using it. Whenever I load up countdown now, as I said at the start, this is my go-to build, and it looks like this. I have the gunner specialization for obvious reasons. Really, you want a bit of survivability on a build like this. It gives you some armor on kill, also gives you some ammo and some other good buffs, but I guess the specialization is up to you really. There might be other parts of specializations you might prefer, but I also like the foam grenade that comes with this that adds more crowd control. Now the weapon that I use as my primary is the Grudge. I've been trying different SMGs out. We've tried the Chatterbox, the Lady Death. They work well on the build, but I wanted to get the Scorpio on, so I was left with having to choose a high-end item, and we tried this for the talent mainly. It comes with the core attribute of SMG damage and critical hit chance. I got critical hit damage on there, and the core attribute is Perfect Vindictive, where killing an enemy with a status effect applied grants you and allies within 20 meters 18% critical hit chance and 18% critical hit damage for 20 seconds. Now this is a status effect build. We're putting on statuses to enemies quite often, so any allies around you will take advantage of that buff on a regular occasion, and it works very, very well. Again, you can change this if you want to suit you. The secondary I use is the Scorpio because it just makes sense. It's got shotgun damage, damage to armor, critical hit damage. I don't need to read the talent to you. Most people use this gun. They know exactly what it does, and it works very well. As I said earlier in countdown, this is what I'll use against the hunters to freeze them. I'll then switch to my SMG to kill them, and I also put a status on the hunter as well, and everybody's going to be getting that buff from Vindictive. The sidearm, you can use whatever you want. I've just got an orbit on this build, and then the build looks like this. We've got three-piece Sokolov, one-piece Grupo, Boxer's Prayer, and a golden backpack. The Sokolov mask here has got weapon damage, crit hit damage, status effects, and a critical hit damage mod. We're having 3-piece Sokolov as well. I'm getting SMG damage, crit hit damage, and crit hit chance. I got the Grupo chest piece here, giving me crit hit damage of 15%, with rolls of weapon damage, crit hit damage, status effects, and a crit hit damage mod. The second Sokolov piece is my holster with weapon damage, crit hit damage, and status effects. Got this golden backpack. This could be a little bit of a farm, because you want status effects and crit damage on it so you can roll weapon damage. But you're getting 10% status effects from the one-piece golem, and I've gone for the perfectly wicked talent there. So this is the Anarchist Cookbook, and this talent, when I apply a status effect, increases total weapon damage by 18% for 27 seconds. So again, I am always putting statuses on enemies, so I'm getting that buff quite regular. The gloves are my third piece, Sokolov piece there. I've got status effects, weapon damage, and critical hit damage. These are actually the Firm Handshake gloves, which we mentioned at the start we were making this build around. So I'm getting the 15% status effects on that piece. And then the Fox's Prayer knee pads, I've got weapon damage, damage target out of cover, and status effects. This gives me rifle damage, which I'm not using, but as I said earlier, if I do a legendary instead, I'd probably switch to Scorpio for a rifle, and these will take effect even more. Now, the skills you want to use are up to you. You want to be using skills that are going to be putting like statuses on enemies. So I go with the Banshee Pulse for now. This works very, very well and comes with a gunner specialization, but you can use something else if you want. You can even use a Jammer Pulse, say. The secondary that I'm using is the Blinder Firefly. Now, it's not a skill build, so obviously the cooldowns on these aren't great, and my max targets there on the Firefly is only 3, but it's quick enough to get the status on, and the status does last quite a little bit of a duration. You can see 9.3 seconds there, and it's enough time to kill the enemy, especially with all the other buffs that we're getting, and to help your team out as well. So they're the two skills that I use, and the stats look like this. It is a full damage build. I'm not quite hitting the cap of crit chance. I've only got 51.5%, but if you're running in with a team of like Coyote Masks, or at least one of them, you're going to be getting that up to 60 anyway most of the time. And I've got 177.5% critical hit damage on the build. This really is a super fun build to use. I've really enjoyed using it in Countdown. You've got maximum damage. You're supporting your team as well. It's kind of like a DPS support build with full DPS. I really like it. I can't recommend it enough. Let me know any advice that you give me to the build. Have you put a build together like this? Is there any improvements you'd suggest? Let me know down in the video comments. We're going to end this video here. Thank you for watching. As always, please do hit like and share to support the video, and subscribe if you're new, and come and check our community. It's linked at the top of the video description. Until next time, stay safe and peace out.